when it comes to spiritual protection, there is a lot of information out there. I want to go over a few bits of it here today in this video. And by the end of the video, I want you to have a handful of different techniques that you can use, an understanding of what works with it and what doesn't work with it, and really kind of the secret behind all of it, really. So let's jump in. My first technique is my absolute favorite. If you've hung out with me at all, watched probably any video, you'll hear me say GCP, ground, clear, protect. I was introduced to this concept by my guide years ago when I opened up. And it's really more of a formula when you do it in that order, because we know how to ground. And we've learned how to ground, and we've learned how to clear ourselves, or things like this. But it's when you do it in that order, that's where the magic happens. So GCP, ground, clear, protect, I'll go over it really quickly. I have another video that goes into a lot more depth. What happens to your energetic body when you do this on a regular basis, what happens to your spiritual path, all of that type of stuff. There's a lot to it, and it's really fascinating. So I'll make sure to put a link to that video in here as well. But for today's information, let's just stick with the basics. 3 steps in that order: ground, asking Mother Earth to help you to ground, whether it's roots coming out of your feet, or I like to imagine a cord around my waist and it pulls tight down into the earth. Whatever it is that Mother Earth can help you to anchor to the earth. Very good. Second step is to clear. Use your favorite element. Is that water? Is it fire? What is that element for you? And imagine that element going all the way through your entire system, clearing out the old junk, clearing out the old energy that you don't need to carry. If you passed by your neighbor today and she was crabby and you felt that vibration come into your system, that can go. It's not yours to carry. You can cheer her up, you can help her, all that kind of stuff. But you don't have to carry other people's emotions. And well, now I would really say, make sure to watch that GCP video, because I go into a lot of depth around how to really free yourself from that in such a quick, easy way. But thirdly, protect. So we've grounded, asked Mother Earth to help us to anchor to the earth. We've cleared out the old that we don't need. And now we're going to protect. We're going to imagine a bubble around you. And that bubble contains not only your physical body, but also your spiritual body or your energy body. A lot of different terms that people use for that. But the bubble is going to really kind of enclose all of that in. Now, here's the trick to the protect part for GCP. It's not so much that you're putting a bubble up to keep everything out. You're putting the bubble up to filter. It's a giant filter. And it's your intent. That's where the magic really happens. When your intent is to only allow in to that bubble that which is for your highest good, and to keep out that which is not for your highest good, that's when you set yourself free. Really, you set yourself free. I know that a lot of people have questions over the years, and I had a few of these too when it came to GCP. The first question was, well, why would I want to ground? Why would I want to ground myself so much if I'm trying to increase my intuition or access more spiritual activity, or, anything like that, raise my vibration? Well, the key to grounding is that it's like a telephone pole. The deeper you bury the telephone pole, the taller the telephone pole can be and still be, strong. So when you're asking Mother Earth to help you ground, you're really giving yourself a foundation that will allow you to be able to go higher. The other thing that people talk about or ask questions around GCP is, well, what if I stop, the healing energy work what if it blocks the healing energy work that I do? Or, what if it doesn't work with how I interact with people around me? The bubble, as long as you make sure that the bubble is filtering and not blocking, then you're perfect. And actually, for someone who does energy work, GCP is going to improve your energy work. When you do GCP on a regular basis, you're clearing out the old. You are paying attention to your energetic body. You are acknowledging your spirit every single day and saying, I'm taking care of you. I'm grounding you, I'm clearing you, and I am putting this protective bubble around you that will filter out and make sure that anything negative that is not on your path will not be allowed in. When you do that, the space that is now being taken care of on a daily basis, and mind you, GCP takes like 30 seconds. Once you've done it on a regular basis, it's super quick. And now what's left in your space is all of you, and then even more of you. And what you think about, you bring about. It's going to come easier when you're doing this on a regular basis. And if you are doing healing work, or if you're connecting with someone energetically, they're going to get even more of that. It's going to be more pure, more clear, more filled with really unconditional love, and not, weighed down by the neighbor's crabbiness. So GCP is awesome, and do it once in the morning, do it once at night. I will absolutely make sure to put the link in here, because I think watching that video is going to help you to really, really understand how GCP can really forward you on your spiritual path. And it's so quick and so easy. And then do it, any time of the day that you feel like you need to do it. Now, you might have a moment where you do GCP because you feel something negative, and then you still feel something negative. That might be because that negative situation is on your spiritual path. So GCP isn't going to make everything, rainbows and lollipops and butterflies and all that kind of awesome stuff. What it is going to do is it's going to release you from the burden of the energies that are not supposed to be on your path. This is hands down the most powerful spiritual protection practice I have ever come across. Now, I want to give you a few more, because if you want to learn more about GCP and the energetic body and how it works, you can go follow that link. So let me give you a few more though. A lot of different countries, communities, cultures all use smoke rituals of different sorts. So when it comes to that, I would say go with the smoke ritual that resonates with you, with your culture, and use it with intent. This could be, doing a smoke ritual around your home, and really in essence, what the smoke is doing is it's coming into this agreed upon reality. It's coming into form, and it's being used in a way where your intent is directing it. So you have the intent of creating protection. So let's say you're going to do a smoke ritual around your home. So you are, you've got the smoke, and the smoke is coming up, and you're setting your intent to say that my home is protected. Anything that is negative is to stay out, not allowed in. Only that which is for our highest good is allowed in this home. And while your intent is happening, this smoke is being created in the agreed upon reality. It's coming into form. So it's magnifying your intent. Smoke rituals are beautiful, and I would really encourage you to learn about the different ones out there. Learn about, especially if you're connected with a particular culture or practice that's already in your family, I would definitely dive into it, learn more about it, because it can be really such a beautiful ceremonial tool, and it's found all over the globe. Now, let's say you can't use a burning ritual of any sort. Maybe somebody has a sensitivity to smoke or burning of any type of material. What you can do, there's two other techniques. So we've got GCP, we've got smoke rituals. Here's two more techniques. You can also take a water bottle, like a spray bottle, and put a little bit of salt in it. Now you can use any kind of water you want. You can use any kind of salt that you want. You don't have to worry about that. And you can use either salt, or you can do, put like some lemon in there, or lemon or lime. It's like, we're going to drink it. We're not drinking it, but you've got it in the spray bottle, and you can go ahead and just spray it around the inside or the outside of your house. Obviously, you don't want to douse your walls, because it could damage your walls. It's more the intent. And again, you're moving water through the air to say, here's my intent. So while water molecules are moving through the air, The agreed upon reality is having an experience. It's connecting to your intent. It's bringing it into light. And it's, again, a really good ceremony. Plus, if someone's sensitive to smoke, this is a good fix. Another practice that I've seen work really, really well, especially when you do it in conjunction with a full moon or a new moon, is to sprinkle salt around the outside exterior of your home. Now, very little bits of salt. I mean, like one little quarter of salt can go around your whole entire house. You don't want to line the side of your home with huge amounts of salt because it can damage the soil or the earth or the plants. Very, very little bits of salt. You do want to do this outside. So if you're in an apartment, stick with me. I will give you a different tool for that. But if you are in a home and you can go outside and go around, or you can also go around the outside of your entire property if you'd like as well. On a full moon or a new moon, typically on a full moon is probably the best time to do this. Go outside, make sure that your neighbors understand how weird you are and be like, hey, check what I'm going to do. A little bit of salt. And I mean like a quarter cup, little bit of salt. And I want you to walk around in one large circle around your home, around your property, and just sprinkle salt all the way around it. And when you're doing that, what you're going to do is you're going to ask Mother Earth for help in keeping your home safe. This releasing of salt, the walking around, the setting the intent, the connecting with Mother Earth, saying, Mother Earth, help me to keep my home safe, my family safe. Only allow in what is for our highest good. Do not allow in what is not for our highest good. Mother Earth is going to almost kind of put up like a bubble around your own home. So just like GCP, how we put the bubble around us, Mother Earth's going to put that bubble around you with that super light layer of salt. Now, I mentioned the apartment. If you're in an apartment or you're in a condo or you're in a home where you're the only one that practices, spiritual practices, you can certainly take an item, like you can use a quarter or a penny, or you can use a stone, you can use a statue, a small item that's representative to you, that means something to you. Get 4 of them and put them in the 4 corners of your home, 4 corners of your room. And when you set them there, imagine almost like a box being created by these 4 corners. You can put them on the ground in the 4 corners. You can put them, it doesn't matter how high or how low they are. It just matters that they're in the 4 most outer corners of your home or your room or your apartment or your condo. So let's say it's 4 pennies. So you take 4 pennies, you take 1 penny, put it in one corner, walk to the other corner, put another penny there, walk to the other corner, put another penny there, walk to that last corner, put a penny there, and then complete that circle, walk back to the original penny. You want to leave these objects there. I would say go with, your gut. I would recommend just always leaving them there, having them be a part of your life. But if you feel like, okay, they're ready to be removed, or they're ready to be replaced, or anything like that, or that they've set the intention and they've created the space and now you can move on, all of that works just fine. All of that works perfectly. So I really like that one, especially when you can get like statues that are meaningful to you, or crystals or stones that mean a lot to you as well. If you go into an energy worker's office and you happen to see a crystal in each corner, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And that will set the intent to hold your space, which I think is really important. Now, can you use a variety of these? Absolutely. Absolutely. If it was me and I was starting from scratch, let's say I moved into a new home or something like that, and I was starting from scratch, I would wait for the full moon. And on the full moon, I would do the salt circle around my property and ask Mother Earth to keep me safe and keep my family safe and bring in, abundance and my higher good, and keep out what's not for my higher good. I would also get 4 objects, probably crystals or statues, and I would put them in the 4 corners of the home. And then I would also do a smoke ceremony, because that really connects with me. There's something about that smoke coming into this reality that the transformation of it, being transformed from blank space to now safe space. And then daily GCP. Close my eyes real quick, ground, clear, protect, and go off my day. I would use all of these. Now, there's a lot of different reasons to do spiritual protection. And I want to talk about a couple of them because I know people can get very frightened when it comes to spiritual protection. They can think, ooh, what am I protecting myself from? And my first advice would be to try to step back from that. Try to step back from taking the concept of spiritual protection and then going down the road of what's all the bad stuff that could be coming at me. Just try to kick back from that. Honestly, really negative effects that happen to people, while they are real, negative things that happen, such as negative spiritual attachments or spiritual kind of attacks or psychic attacks or things like this. These things, while they do happen, they're very, very rare. And the more you focus on them, the more you're going to bring yourself into that world. And so no one's fault when it happens. It's not going to happen because you focus on it, but what you focus more on, you bring more about in general. So what I want you to do is, instead of focusing on all the bad things that could happen that you would need spiritual protection for, I want you to start thinking of all of the amazing things that are now going to happen because you're protecting your space, you're protecting your energetic body, you're really claiming your environment, and you're saying, in this space and in this environment, it's me. I'm safe, I'm protected, and I'm going to be able to bring about more of what I really want. Now, someone's saying, well, okay, what if you really do have a bad situation, like a spirit that's causing turmoil or, attachment or something like this? If you know somebody that can help clear, reach out to them. Even people who do spiritual clearings at times need help with clearings, because we can't always see all of it ourselves. So sometimes we do need help. So if you know someone, go ahead and reach out. Beyond that, I would say immediately do GCP, and do it fiercely. Just like, if something's coming in and you don't feel okay, just mama bear yourself. Do you know what I mean? Just be like, no, absolutely not. Use that intensity, and that will clear out what is coming at you. It will stop. So we'll touch base on all the negative things right now, get them over with, and move back into a more positive space. But let's deal with that. It will, a really strong, fierce GCP will stop psychic attacks. It will block negativity that people are pushing towards you. It will push away any negative spiritual activity that's happening around you as well. But here's the kicker. You got to be fierce. You got to be fierce. So so we covered the techniques. Here's a couple bits of insight that I want to really throw at you, because I think it'll make a difference. Ready? First off, your intensity and your intent is everything. If you feel like, it might not work, it's not going to work. I hate to be a bummer about that, but it's the truth. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe you can do this. You have to believe that you're strong, because you are. You have to have faith in yourself that you can do this. And that's where you start. That's where you start. You are strong. You are fierce. You're independent. And you are everything that you believe that you are. And you are nothing that everyone else has told you that you are. So get fierce, get centered, get awesome. If there's ever a time for your self-esteem to go through the roof and be incredible, it's when you're doing clearings. Seriously, do that smoke ceremony and get that spray bottle and walk around and say, yep, my house, my area, absolutely nothing's going to affect this. Here is how it is. That is the key to effective spiritual clearings. Literally, if you had two different people come in to clear your home and one had doubt of if they could do it or not, they won't do it. It won't work. But the second person comes in with absolutely no doubt in their mind that they can clear this home and it'll be perfection when they're done, then that is exactly what's going to happen. Intent is everything. That's really the secret behind all of this. We can use the spray bottle, we can use the smoke, we can use the statues and things like that. And those are helpful to us because they're ceremonial. They mean something to us. They're the action, they're the movement, they're, our agreed upon reality and us interacting with it. But at the end of the day, your intent is everything. Everything. You close your eyes for 5 seconds and you clear out a room energetically of anything negative, and 110% that this done. It works. Perfection. There will be no outcome other than it working. It always works. Then it will. That's really the secret behind all of this. And when you're doing something like GCP every day, notice the number one tool that I tell everyone to do. The number one tool doesn't come with any objects or you don't need any pennies, you don't need water, you don't need smoke, or you don't need any of that. GCP, hands down, this is the best technique I have ever come across in all the years that I've done. And I've done spiritual clearings for years. I've gone into some of the darkest spots and cleared them. And I did that because my intent was very strong. I went in with absolutely no doubt on whether or not it would work. It was work. I'm just going in and it's going to work. This is what I do. I go in, it works, I go home. And every single time it works. So that's really the secret behind all of this. Your intent is all of it. It's all of it. It's why when you really feel strongly about something, you can make it happen. Keep that in mind when you're doing spiritual protection. And negativity and fear, I understand there are things in this world that can come across our paths and can be frightening and fearful. Like I said, I've been doing spiritual clearings for years and I have gone into some really dark places. And so if you've ever been affected by something like that, I hear you and I acknowledge you because I've seen it. And I know many people who have experienced things like that. But what I will say is that a really negative experience is very, very rare. And doing GCP on a regular basis is going to stop that from happening in the future. So let's see if we can summarize this in a couple steps. Number one, your intent is everything. So get fierce, get awesome, get beautiful, get to where you are, where you're at your best. There is no option other than it to work. And here we go. It's kind of a look what I can do. I can do this. And it's up here, it's in your head. You don't even have to say anything out loud. You can keep it all quiet and just set your intent and do it for the positive, for your highest good. Intent is everything. Number two, I would say use items. Talisman's another word for like a stone or a penny or a statue or something that is an object that can hold a vibration for you. Use those objects as you feel pulled to because it will intensify and deepen the meaning for you. And lastly, know that focused on the positive outcome of doing this work is going to bring serious happiness, serious abundance. And over time, it's just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. So I guess the biggest point I would want to leave you with today is don't approach spiritual protection as a way to protect yourself from all the bad. Approach spiritual protection as a way to increase abundance, increase happiness, increase peace, and increase your intuition.